Welcome to this explainer. Look, today we're talking analyst to analyst. We're going to share some war stories from the data trenches about a massive shift in how we work. We're talking about using artificial intelligence not to replace our skills, no way, but to radically speed up our daily workflow. So let's dive right in.
Picture this. You're completely overwhelmed. You just received this monstrous spreadsheet packed with literally thousands of sales records. Your manager walks over, taps your desk, and drops a heavy question. What's the biggest trend in this data? Now, a few years ago, you were strapping in for hours of manual sorting, pivoting, and exploring. We've all been there. But today, you simply open your AI assistant, paste the data, and type, "Identify the 3 most important patterns." Instantly, the answers just populate. It feels like absolute magic. But here's the catch. What happens next?
All right, here is our roadmap to mastering this magic without making massive mistakes. We'll start with meeting your copilot, then formulas and queries, data interpretation, the trap of blind trust, danger zones, and finally, we'll wrap up with the modern workflow.
Section 1. Meet your copilot. This is really a game of speed versus judgment. Honestly, I like to think of this entirely in aviation terms. When you're analyzing data, AI is sitting in the right seat of the cockpit. It's your copilot. It's there to speed up the flight, run the diagnostics, and handle the mechanics. But you are the pilot in command. Your hands must absolutely remain on the yoke at all times.
So, back to that instant magical answer from the AI in our opening story. A smart analyst smiles at the speed, sure, but then leans in and asks the single most important question you can ask. How do I know you're right? AI is an incredibly powerful tool. It's an assistant that makes you way faster, but it is never, ever a replacement for your own critical human thought.
Moving on to Section 2. Formulas and queries. This is where AI fundamentally speeds up the syntax we write every single day for spreadsheets and databases. We all know the old manual slog, right? You know exactly what you want to do, but you forgot the exact syntax, so you spend 20 minutes hunting on forums, fighting with nested if statements, digging through endless documentation. Well, the new method? You bypass the syntax hunt completely. You just describe the business problem to your AI assistant in plain conversational English.
For example, you might feed the AI a prompt like this. I have revenue in column B and cost in column C. Give me an Excel formula to calculate profit margin in column D. You don't need to be some sort of prompt engineering wizard. You just need to speak business logic. Boom, the exact formula is yours in seconds.
But wait, hands on the yoke, remember. While the AI generates that formula instantly, you must step in with human judgment to verify the output. Did it actually grab the correct columns? Is the math fundamentally sound? And crucially, what if revenue is 0? Is it going to break the whole spreadsheet with an error? The AI gives you speed, absolutely, but you have to provide the safety check. And the exact same logic applies to databases. Check out a prompt like this. Write a SQL query that calculates total revenue by region for 2026 and sorts the regions from highest to lowest. AI can rapidly churn out your selects, your wheres, and complex joins, saving you massive amounts of typing. But, and this is absolutely critical, you still have to actually understand that SQL before you hit run against the company database. We've all stared blankly at a broken SQL join, and AI will happily write one for you if you aren't paying attention.
Section 3. Data interpretation. Now we're shifting gears from writing syntax to pasting raw data and asking the AI what it actually means.
Imagine taking a really simple table, say 3 months of revenue and customer counts. You feed it into your AI and you ask a highly open-ended question, what patterns do you see? Instantly, the AI might shoot back observations about revenue growth trends, slight changes in customer acquisition, point out unusual outliers like a sudden jump in March, or suggest relationships worth investigating. This is fantastic for brainstorming. It really is. But here's the reality check. These observations are merely starting points. They are ideas to investigate, not verified facts.
Section 4. The danger of blind trust. You have to verify everything. Let's look at a cautionary tale about why blindly trusting your copilot without checking the instruments can lead to embarrassing, career-damaging disasters.
So, an analyst uses AI to quickly summarize a massive quarterly report right before a big presentation. The AI confidently spits out this thrilling bullet point, revenue skyrocketed by 400%. The analyst is ecstatic, drops that massive number right into the slide deck, and presents it to the CEO. But then, The CEO squints at the actual spreadsheet. The real revenue increase? 4%. Yep. The AI had confidently hallucinated a couple of zeros, and the analyst didn't bother to double-check. The lesson here is brutally simple, folks. A faster, wrong answer is still a wrong answer. And when it's your name on the report, it's your mistake.
To stop that from happening to you, every analyst needs a mental verification checklist. Does the query actually match the business question? Are the columns and filters right? Does the result actually make intuitive sense? Always ask if it's missing records or making hidden assumptions, and make sure you can reproduce the math yourself. Memorize your checks. They will absolutely save you.
Section 5. Danger Zones and AI's Real Value. We know AI saves massive time on repetitive tasks, cleaning up messy formulas and brainstorming, but you really have to know exactly where the ice is thin.
These are your absolute non-negotiable danger zones. If you're dealing with high-stakes financial decisions, highly sensitive employee or medical data, or very small data sets lacking context, extreme caution is required. AI can easily confuse correlation with causation. It can write incorrect SQL joins that duplicate data without a single warning. In these zones, you must verify everything twice, period.
Section 6. The Modern Analyst Workflow. This is all about judgment over syntax. The reality is, our jobs as analysts are evolving. We are no longer just manual syntax writers, we're strategic thinkers.
Because AI is now handling the heavy lifting of mechanical code generation and syntax formatting, human analysts get to level up. You now have the time and energy to ask the high-level questions. Instead of just figuring out how to get a number, you get to ask, what does this number actually mean for the business? Why did this happen? And what should we do next?
To actually thrive in this new landscape, you need to adopt a modern framework. Step 1. Ask the clear business question. 2. Generate the query or formula with AI. 3. Check the output. 4. Test it against real data. 5. Interpret what it means. And 6. Decide on a business action. Listen, skipping the check and test phases is exactly where AI-assisted analysis fatally crashes into the mountain. Please, don't skip them.
I want to leave you with this final, powerful thought. The best analysts won't be the people who never use AI. They'll be the people who know exactly when to use it and when not to trust it. AI is not magic, and it is definitely not your replacement. It's your co-pilot. Use it to fly faster, but always use your own human judgment to stay perfectly on course. So what will you ask your co-pilot to build today?